Okay, I will be reading on this question. Yes, I did see it, and it's horrifying. Unfortunately, if you saw my June report, I said the Frozen Crew is going to be heating up again, okay? It's going to be a really difficult month dealing with those. Can't use the words I want to use here, but I think you get my vibe, right? Okay, so we have the Queen of Feathers. Right off the bat, I think that is Mexico, the Mexico president right there. We got the Five of Candles in reverse. So that is basically the Five of Wands in reverse. We got the Nine of Green, which is like the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Empress. We got the Two of Candles. We got the Page of Chalice, which is like the Page of Cups. And we got the Nine of Candles. Let's do one more. The Eight of Candles in reverse. Let's get into this. Okay, I also pulled some oracle cards. This is not going to be resolved anytime soon. I have the Queen of Feathers, which is like the Queen of Swords. And I feel like the president of Mexico, she wants to handle this, but yet she wants to remain peaceful. Okay, she's trying to avoid a conflict with the Five of Candles, which is like the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I think she's trying to de-escalate the situation. However, I feel like she's very upset about this. All right, and she knows that her people in Mexico is very upset about this situation. Okay, and I feel like, you know, I have the Eight of Candles, which is like the Eight of Wands in reverse. So if anything's going to be resolved, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen right away. Okay. I feel that, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is basically, she is going to be called, she's being called to take a stand. All right. She's being called to take a stand. All right. I did get legal proceedings. So there will be legal proceedings done on this situation. Okay. They're going to try to say it's an accident, but it was a homicide. All right. I feel like, I got male, female, so I feel like this is talking about the male and female card, talking about Daddy Dumpy Pants and the president of Mexico, okay? And I feel like they're going to try to, you know, Daddy Dumpy Pants is going to try to say, oh, I helped you, or he's going to give some gift to Mexico to kind of ease this. All right. He's going to try to establish with the Two of Wands. He's planning this. All right. He's planning this out. So I don't feel like this, there will be something coming down the line about this, but I don't see it until Daddy Dumpy Pants is out of office, unfortunately. I really don't. I did get the Empress, so this is about mothery. I do feel like this is also representing the president of Mexico. I really feel like, especially with the Nine of Greens, I feel like something will eventually come, a legal procedure. But like I said, they're going to roll and say it's an accident. Okay. It's going to be back and forth. Okay. So you have Daddy Dumpy Pants will say it's an accident, and the president of United States, not the United States, we should have had a she for president of the United States, but the president of Mexico, she's going to say it was a homicide. So there might be warrants out for the Frozen Crew who did this out in Mexico. So if they step foot in Mexico, they could be nabbed. But in here, it's going to be the same thing like what they did in Minnesota. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any kind of justice until, you know, this regime is done. If you have any other questions, please let me know.